Hello students, welcome to the C language training program. Today I want to discuss about data structures. What is the need of data structures? Why you have to use the data structures in C programming language? Today I want to discuss about introduction about data structures. Actually C is a programming language. Data structure is not a programming language. C is a programming language, C++, Java, .NET, these are the programming languages. But data structure is not a programming language to implement applications with the help of data structures. What you learn in the C language program, what are the concepts you learn in C language program like arrays, functions, structures, pointers. Using that you can develop any application with the help of data structures. Data structure is one of the storing structure. You want to store any data information with help of data structures. It is a application for the C programming language, or it is a application for the C++, or you can apply for the Java or .NET. Finally, what is my conclusion? C language, C++, Java, .NET, those are programming languages. Using those languages, you can develop some apps. If you learn the C language, you can develop system softwares, like operating system can be developed. Originally, Unix operating system developed based on the C language coding. Unix OS developed based on the C language coding. When you learn the Java or .NET, based on the Java and .NET, you can develop which type of applications. You can develop application softwares like web applications, standalone applications, mobile applications. Using Java, .NET, you can develop application softwares like different type of applications. Desktop applications, web applications, mobile applications. Java.NET is an advanced programming languages. Using that you can develop any category of applications. C language, C++, basic programming languages. Using that you can develop the operating systems like system softwares. What is meant by data structure actually? Data structure means it is not a language. Data structure is not a language. With help of data structure, you can develop some application for the storing of data purpose. You are learning C programming language. You learn some coding of about C, arrays, functions, and structures, and pointers, dynamic memory allocation. With the help of these all programming links, you can develop some application with help of data structure. It is called as application to develop. For that reason, you can go for data structures. Actually, what is mean by data? Data called as information. Data is nothing but information. Suppose if I want to store the student details, about students I want to give the information. Every student, which information have? Student ID, student name, and student marks, and student codes. If I want to give the employee details, employee ID, employee name, employee job, employee salary, and employee phone number, like so and so. If I want to give the customer details, customer ID, customer name, which product is purchased, that is called as data. Data called as type of information which is logically exist. Data is nothing but information which is really exist, which is logically represent, that is called as data. What is meant by data structure? Data structure means you are collecting some information that you represent one standard structure, one storage mechanism. You are collecting some information, that is stored into one mechanism, that mechanism called as data structure, storing purpose. Permanently you want to store your data. One day you are creating data, any day open your details and you can modify your details and you can add the new details and you can delete the details. What is the reason of data structures? You are collecting information that you want to put it as one standard structures, that is important storage structures. Every data structure, which are the operations you have? First operation, adding the details. One day you are creating structure, in the next day you can add the details. If I want to modify the details, updation, the existing structure details we can update, modify. Unnecessary details you can delete. Which data is not required, you want to erase this. And which is already available the data, that I want to select it, retrieving. These are the major operations of data structure. Which are the major operations of data structures? One is for insertion. Insertion called as add the details. Updation. Updation called as old details to be changed to the new details. Deletion. Deletion called as existing details to be delete or erase. Selection, I mean which structure already created, any day you want to retrieve or selection. These are the major operations of data structures: insertion, updation, deletion and display. Now see the data structures, the main importance, it is permanently stored. Suppose today I created one student structure. Today I created student structure. In that student structure I want to add the details about students. Student 1, student 2, student 3, many student details I want to add. Once I create the student structure, any day I can add the details of students. Which student is completed the course, I want to remove that. Which student initially one phone number giving, but you want to change that phone number, you can change also, updation. And whenever I store the complete student details, any day I want to select the details. One structured way to be represented, that is called as data structure. Finally, what is the definition of data structure? Actually, data is nothing but information. Information means any kind of information, maybe numbers, maybe names, maybe photos or maybe tables or any kind of data. Structure is nothing but it is a standard manner to represent your data, you want to give some standard structure. Data structure means you collect some information, represent one standard structure. Different type of structure techniques are there. Using those techniques you want to store your data. But these are all data structures permanently to store manipulations. What is meant by manipulations? Insertion, deletion, updation and selection. Now see data structure concept applicable with any programming language. Using C language also you can develop the data structures. Using C++ also develop the data structures. Java, .NET also develop the data structures. I mean the structure is standard, structure is same, but the coding is different. Suppose if I want to work with C language with the data structures, C language with the data structure means structure creation and manipulations with help of C language coding. If you want to develop the data structure concepts, the coding is C language. If you want to develop the same data structure with Java also, at that time Java coding, structure is same, manipulations also same, logics also same, but which only different? Programming language code different. If you work with C++ data structure also, data structure same, but the programming language different. Finally, what is my conclusion? Data structure is one of the structured format to implement your data, to manipulate your data, to retrieve your data with help of different type of programming codes. Maybe C language, maybe C++, maybe Java, maybe .NET. See, generally in the C programming language, when I use with the C programming language, how to store the data in the C programming language? Array concept will be there, arrays. Array is also one of the data structure. Using array also you can store your data. But array is a which type of data structure? Linear data structure. Data structures are basically two types you have, linear data structures, non-linear data structures. Linear data structures is nothing but which is store the data with links. Your data will be stored, some links will be there, only one link will be there. Suppose if I go for array, array is nothing but store the data in the sequential manner. Every array, first element stored in the next immediate address, next element stored. If I have array with 5 elements, first element stored with 0 index, next element stored with 1 index, next element stored with 2 index, so and so like this. Array is a linear data structure. It is called as one element will be stored, the link of that next elements. One link only there. One more type of data structure you have, non-linear data structures. What is meant by non-linear data structure? Your element is stored, very first element is stored, but that link with 2 or more elements. Which data structure linked with only one element or one link? It is a linear. Non-linear is nothing but you are storing that element in one structure, but it is linked with 2 or more links. Either 2 or more links can be represent your data. That non-linear data structure examples are graph and trees. Trees also non-linear data structure, graph also non-linear data structures. Now, for the data structure techniques nowadays, mostly nowadays used for data structures in the Java.NET to implement collection framework used. C language, C++ data structures, the structure and manipulation will be created your coding only, based on your coding only to implement the data structures. C language, C++ data structure completely user to create the coding, you have to create that everything. But when you go for Java.NET, it's an advanced programming languages. In that you want to create the data structure with the help of collection framework. That means it's already predefined packages, it's already predefined classes. With help of predefined class, with the help of predefined method, you can create the data structures. It's very easier. But in C, C++, if I want to develop the structure and store and manipulations, every functionality, everything you have to create based on the user code. If you want to understand the data structures in C programming language, implementation data structure with C, which is the knowledge required? Arrays. Arrays compulsory to understand, functions, function compulsory to understand, structures, user defined data type, structure to be understand, pointers, what is the need of pointers, how to create pointers, dynamic memory allocation. Whenever you perfect of these all chapters, then only you can understand the data structures. Before going to work of data structure, these concepts compulsory to understand. C language or C++, even C++ also same concepts will be there. Java.NET also same concepts. Arrays to be understand, functions, structures, pointers, dynamic memory. Because data structure, every program implemented heavy lines of coding. You are not created limited coding, heavy lines of code, because everything you have to build. There is no any built-in function, there is no any built-in classes. But when you go for Java.NET means you have the built-in classes, you have the built-in methods, it is very easy to implement. Nowadays the data structures, data importance is giving. Nowadays in the market data structure more importance is giving, but instead of data structure which is started nowadays, databases. Nowadays every data stored in the help of databases. Like you have some data representations are there, DBMS, RDBMS. Which are the RDBMS programs? Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, MS Access. These are also data storage in the help of tables. Under Oracle database to store the data with the help of tables, and with the help of queries you can operate this. There is no coding. I mean initially data structures are there. Instead of the data structures, nowadays you have database logics. Data storage purpose, database logics are used. Oracle database, SQL Server, and nowadays data is giving to the very important structures. Data is very important, you want to represent your data correctly, correct manner. That is the reason you have many data science programs, you have data representation programs in the market. Python also data storage purpose, creation of data perfectly, manipulations of your data perfectly, retrieving also Python. Data science also there, it is also data representations. You want to store your data perfectly and you want to manipulate your data perfectly. But Python, data science, these all are for latest data storage mechanisms. But initial days, how it is store your data with the help of data structures, the data structure implementations completely by user. Other not defined any functions like C language, C++, there is no any predefined functions. How to implement your data structure with the help of C language coding or with the help of C++. Every data structure, the data how to represent, some algorithms are giving, algorithms. Every data structure, different type of algorithms are there, algorithm. What is meant by algorithm? It is a step by step to represent your data. Algorithm called as steps based to define your data, steps based. Step number 1, I create array variable. Step number 2, I can initialize the array. Step number 3, I can access my array elements. Step number 4, with help of index I want to retrieve. Similarly, you want to go for step by step, you want to define. That is called as algorithm, steps wise to represent your data. Under data structures, everything is algorithms you have, list of algorithms. You have the stack algorithm, queue algorithm, linked list algorithm, graph algorithm, tree algorithm, many algorithms are there. Based on the algorithms only you can define your data. Data structure represent abstract data type. What is meant by abstract data type? You are defining your own type, using that type only you want to store your data, you want to manipulate your data and you want to retrieve your data. Every data structure you have some algorithms you have, those algorithms you want to implement your data. Now before going to data structures, compulsory what is the knowledge required? Arrays, functions and pointers and structures, dynamic memory allocation. Now here today I want to discuss about a data structure with help of C language program. Data structure with help of C++ also possible. Data structure with help of Java also possible. The concept is same, but programming language is different. Data structure logics are same, stacks, queues, linked lists, trees, graphs, but that implementation programming source code different. I am using C language. If I want to use for Java, Java with data structure, C++ with data structure. But compared to C, C++ data structure, what is the advantage of Java.NET data structures? Everything is built-in classes you have. Stack is a class, built-in classes you have, built-in methods are there. With help of built-in class, built-in method, easy to you can maintain your data. That is the reason you have to go for data structures. Now, what are the definitions are there and what are the concepts will be covered for data structures. You see that what are the structures and what are the concepts will be covered. You see that while working of data structures, which are the concepts will be covered under the data structures, which are the concepts. Searching will be there. Searching is nothing but one of the data structure, how to search specified elements. You are already created some list of elements, maybe arrays or maybe stack or maybe linked list. The list of element I want to search a particular element, that is the reason you can go for searching. Searching is one of the technique to search specified element in the list of elements. What are the types of searching will be there? Linear search algorithm, everything is algorithms. Linear search algorithm you have, binary search algorithm. Linear search algorithm I have, binary search algorithm. Under searching, two types of searching techniques you have, linear search, binary search. But anyway, both the searching techniques used to search the elements or to find the elements, the list of array elements. List of array elements to find the element. But linear search algorithm different, binary search algorithm different. What is one more type of data structure technique you have? Sorting. What is meant by sorting? I am collecting some list of elements. Those list of element I want to arrange in ascending order or descending order. I created some list of elements, but that I want to arrange in ascending or descending order. For the sorting also different algorithms giving, different type of sorting techniques. Bubble sort, using bubble sort algorithm to arrange the elements in order. One more type of sorting you have, selection sort. With help of selection sort also you can list of elements can be arranged in order, selection sort technique. One more type of sorting you have, insertion sort, that is also one type of sorting, insertion sort. One more type of sorting technique you have, quick sort algorithm. With help of quick sort also you can arrange the elements, ascending or descending order. One more type of sorting you have, heap sort, with help of tree based sort. This sorting is based on the tree based heap sort, heap tree based. The last type of sorting technique you have, merge sort, based on the merge property to list of elements to be sort. Which are the sorting techniques we have? These are the sorting techniques. But these all sorting techniques, what is the main reason? To arrange the elements in ascending order or descending order. Which are the techniques are there? Bubble sort algorithm, selection sort algorithm, insertion sort algorithm, and quick sort, heap sort and merge sort. These are the techniques. Each sort algorithm different, but main work is to sort the elements. And next one is stack will be there. What is meant by stack actually here? Stack is one of the data structure representation. Stack is nothing but to store the data in the form of LIFO manner, last in first out. Stack is one of the data structure storage technique, LIFO manner you have, last in first out. What is meant by last in first out? Which element is last inserted, that should be removed first. Which element is first inserted, that to be removed last. LIFO technique. Now, the stack mechanism can be used with stack with arrays also. Stack can be created with arrays also, and stack can be created with pointers also. LIFO manner. What is meant by LIFO manner? Last in first out. If I am creating a list of elements in the stack, which element is last inserted in the stack, that element first to be removed. Which element is first inserted in the stack, that should be removed last. What is the real application of stack? Pile of plates on the dining table. If you place on the dining table, you place the pile of plates, which plate is last placed on the top, that is first removed. Which plate is last placed in the top, that should be removed first. Which plate is first placed, that should be removed last. Last in first out manner. Insertion at the top, deletion at also top. What is one more type of data structure technique you have? Queue technique. Queue will be there. Whenever you are working with the queue, queue is a data structure technique. How to implement? FIFO manner. What is meant by FIFO manner? First in first out. Which element is first inserted, that element is first to be removed. FIFO manner. Queue mechanism. Now, for the queue is also one of the linear data structure. Queue also, queue with array. Queue with array you have. How to create the queue with arrays. And one more algorithm you have, queue with the pointers. Everything is queue with array will be there, queue with pointers. Queue with array means statically, queue with pointer means dynamically. Queue can be created with arrays also, queue can be created with pointer also. But the stack algorithm different, queue algorithm different. What is the difference of stack and queue actually? Stack also storage data, data structure technique, but the stack is one of the LIFO manner. In your stack, last in first out, which element is last inserted, that should be removed first. But the queue is also one of the data structure. How it is represent your data? FIFO manner. First in first out. Which element is first inserted, that should be removed first. Which element is last inserted, that should be removed last. Those are the technique. Next you have linked list. Linked list you have. What is meant by linked list? You want to represent your data. You want to represent your data with help of links. Your data will be represented with help of linked list. Each list consists with two partitions, element and next element address. Linked list basically for pointers. Every list you can represent element and next pointer address. Linked list also one of the mechanism to represent the data in any way, any manner. What is the mean that you can store the linked list anywhere you can insert elements, anywhere you can delete your elements, anywhere you can update your elements. What are the problems of stack? First element is last deleted, last element is first deleted. But what is the drawback of the queue? It is a FIFO manner. Which element first inserted, that only first deleted. Which element is last inserted, that only last deleted. When you go for linked list, any element you can delete anywhere, any element you can insert anywhere, any element you can update anywhere. Anywhere data manipulation possible. Linked list anywhere, data manipulation possible anywhere. What type of linked list you have? Linked list types are there. Single linked list, it is called as one link will be there. Single list means one way direction travel, only one link, element and next element link, only one way direction. One more type of linked list you have, doubly linked list. Doubly linked list means the linked list elements you can represent two way directions. Two way directions can be travel. Singly linked list the list of elements can be travel only one way. Doubly linked list direction, the list of elements can be indicate two way. Each list consists two pointers, previous pointer, next pointer. Singly linked list, each list contain only one pointer, next element address. But this is a doubly linked list consists with the two pointers, previous and next. You can find out the previous element address, you can find out the next element address, doubly linked list. One more type of linked list also there in the linked list only, circular linked list. It is a circular manner. Circular linked list means you can work with circular linked list. Last element pointer linked to the first element pointer. Singly linked list ended with the last pointer, doubly linked list also ended with the last pointer. But circular linked list, last pointer connect with the first pointer. It is a circular manner. But these all linked list compulsory to manage with the pointers. With the pointers only to create this. With the pointers only to create the linked list. Next type of data structure you have, tree data structure you have. Now stacks and queues can implement with arrays as well as pointers. But linked list completely for pointers and dynamic memory allocation. One more type of data structure you have, tree mechanism. What is meant by tree? You have tree called as, it is a non-linear data structure. Previously stacks, queues, stack also, queue also, linked list also, linear data structures. But trees is a non-linear data structure. What is meant by non-linear data structure? The data can be represented with the different links. The data can be represented one link with the different links. Every tree how to represent your data? Parent node, child nodes. Every tree first started with the parent node. The parent node connected to the childs, left child, right child, again traveling this, left child, right child. Tree basically to represent your data, hierarchical manner. Under hierarchical representation, you can store your data, hierarchical representation. Which are the types of tree you have? Binary tree, it is one type of tree to store the data in the traveling method, parent and child nodes. And one more type of tree you have, binary search tree, BST. It is called as BST, binary search tree. While working of trees only, you can use with traverse methods, traveling methods. These are called as traverse methods. Once you create your tree, how to traveling your elements in the different traverse methods. Which are the traverse methods you have? Pre-order traverse, pre-order. One more type of traverse, in-order traverse. One more type of traverse, post-order traverse. These are the traverse methods, traveling methods of tree. Finally, trees are nothing but to store your data, hierarchical representation, hierarchically to represent your data, different type of trees, binary tree, binary search tree, traverse methods. But every tree you want to store the hierarchical manner, parent and childs, parent node and child nodes to be represented. What is one more type of data structure mechanism you have? Graph will be there. What is meant by graph? It is also one type of data structure. To store your data based on, you can work with different type of vertices and edges. The graph is one of the data storage. To implement the graph, vertices, starting vertex, ending vertex, start vertex, ending vertex. In between you can link with some edges based on the vertices and edges. Different type of graphs are there. Graphs also you have some type of directed graph, you have directed graph, undirected graph you have, there is no any direction. Undirected graph you have, undirected graph. One more type of graph you have that is called as weighted graph, weight graph. Weighted graph is there. And graph traveling methods are there. Graph also you have some traveling methods. Graph traverse methods. Which are the graph traverse methods? Are there two types of graph traverse methods. Breadth first search, breadth first search, it is one type of graph, breadth first search graph, BFS. It is called as BFS graph, breadth first search. One more type of graph also there, it is called as depth first search. Breadth first search we have, one more type of graph is there, depth first search, DFS, depth first search. Graph is also one type of data structure to store your data representation of vertices and edges. Starting vertex, ending vertex, you have some roots. Directed graph you have, undirected graph you have, weighted graph is there. And graph also you can travel different techniques, graph traveling methods. BFS called as breadth first search technique you have, DFS called as depth first search technique you have, depth first search. Finally, for the data structure, these are the concepts will be to implement C language data structures. Whenever you learn for the data structures, two types of actually the data structure techniques, what type of data structures? Linear data structures, one more category non-linear. Linear means it is a one element link with only one link. Which are the linear data structures that I discussed? Linear data structures, the introduction part I discussed stacks, and a linear data structure, one more is queues, and one more type of linear data structure linked list. This is for linear category you have, linear data structures. And non-linear data structures, which are the non-linear data structure categories you have? Tree also non-linear data structure, and a graph also non-linear data structures. These are the concepts you have for that linear and non-linear topics. C language data structures. Which are the major data structure? Actually searching technique will be there. You want to search the element. If I want to search the element in array, two different algorithms, linear search, binary search. Sorting technique you have to arrange the list of elements. Ascending order you want to arrange the list of elements, different algorithms, bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort, quick sort, heap sort, merge sort. These are the techniques to arrange the elements in order. And one more storage of data structure, stack will be there. Stack indicates your data stored in the form of LIFO manner, last in first out. Which element is last inserted, that should be removed first, last in first out manner. Stack can be defined with array, stack can be defined with pointers. One more data structure queue will be there, it is a FIFO manner, first in first out manner. Which element is first inserted, that should be removed first. Which element last inserted, that should be removed last. Queue with array, queue with pointers. Linked list also one type of data structure. You want to store your data linked manner. Linked manner, it is nothing but pointer. One element linked with the next pointer. Singly linked list, singly linked list one way direction travel. Doubly linked list two way direction travel, previous and next. Circular linked list, anywhere to anywhere you can link off this. Last pointer connected to the first pointer. This is completely linked list algorithms. Tree data structure you have. Tree called as to represent your data in the form of hierarchical representation, hierarchically to represent. Parent node, child nodes, parent and childs. Different type of trees you have, binary tree, binary search tree, and traverse methods also there. Which are the traveling methods you have? Pre-order, in order, and post order. Graph is also one data structure you have to store your data in the vertices and edges. Directed graph, undirected graph, weighted graph is there. Graph traveling methods are there, breadth first search graph, depth first search graph. Finally, what is my conclusion? Data structure to be represent, data structures are used to store your data standard structure, permanently to store your data standard manner. Once you store your data standardly, anytime manipulation will be done. Manipulation means you can insert data, you can update data, you can delete data, you can select data. Data structure is not a programming language. Data structure is one of the technique how to keep the data, how to manipulate data, how to retrieve. With the help of programming languages code, every data structure you have some list of algorithms. Algorithms are there. Based on algorithms only you can represent your data. Settings, sorting algorithms, searching algorithms, stacks, queues, linked list, trees, graphs. Based on the algorithms you can represent your data. But data structure can be developed with any programming, maybe C language, C++, Java.NET. Compared to C, C++, what is the advantage of Java data structures? Predefined classes, predefined methods you have. Collection framework can be used. But C language, C++, stack also, queue also, linked list also, everything user defined code, programmer code. There is no any built-in methods, there is no built-in classes. Before to understand of data structure, must and should you have the knowledge about arrays, functions and structures, pointers, dynamic memory allocation in C programming language. Then only you can understand complete data structures, because that the coding is heavy lines of code, 100 lines, 1000 lines. It is very difficult to understand. Must and should you have the knowledge about these concepts. Okay. In the next class, start with the data structure programming, how to use of the data structures. In the next session, I started first data structure searching techniques I discussed. Thank you for this video.